Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we are analyzing a high-end system performance paradox involving the Ryzen 970-900X and the Radeon RX 7800 XT. We at Teknobalta analyzed this case, where a user experienced significant input lag in competitive titles like CS2 and Battlefield 5, despite having a 320 Hz monitor. The core of the issue lies in the configuration of the 12-core processor and its interaction with power management settings. Let us begin with the root cause analysis. The user was running the 7900X in eco mode to reduce fan noise. While eco mode is great for thermal efficiency, it strictly limits the TDP, which can cause erratic clock speed fluctuations during high-intensity gaming. In competitive games like CS2, consistent frame times are more important than high-average FPS. When the CPU is power-constrained, it may downclock momentarily, leading to what players perceive as input lag or heavy mouse movement. Furthermore, the Ryzen 97900X uses a dual-CCD architecture. This means the 12 cores are split into two groups of 6. Communication between these two chiplets happens over the Infinity Fabric, which introduces a latency penalty. If a game thread jumps from CCD0 to CCD1, the micro-latency increases, causing a stuttering sensation even at 300 FPS. Now, let us look at the GPU side. The RX 7800 XT is a powerhouse, but software settings can interfere with responsiveness. Features like AFMF2 or AMD fluid motion frames are designed for visual smoothness, not for low latency. Frame generation adds interpolated frames, which inherently increases the delay between your mouse click and the action on screen. We at Teknobalta always recommend disabling any frame generation technology in competitive shooters. Before jumping to hardware replacements, there are several pre-checks we must perform. First, ensure your monitor is actually running at its rated refresh rate in Windows display settings. Many users buy a 320 Hz monitor, but leave it at 60 Hz by mistake. Next, check the AMD Adrenalin software. Ensure anti-lag is enabled, but Anti-Lag Plus is used with caution depending on the game's anti-cheat policy. Now let us move to the main solution path, optimizing the dual-CCD processor. Instead of using a global eco mode, we recommend using Precision Boost Overdrive or PBO with a negative curve optimizer offset. This allows the CPU to maintain higher clock speeds with lower voltage, reducing heat and fan noise without sacrificing responsiveness. To solve the dual-CCD latency, you can use a tool like Process Lasso to restrict the game to only the first 6 physical cores on CCD0. By keeping all game data within a single chiplet, you eliminate the Infinity Fabric latency entirely. This often results in a much smoother experience in CS2. If fan noise is the primary concern, consider adjusting the fan curve in the BIOS rather than throttling the entire processor. A gradual ramp-up is much less distracting than the aggressive pulsing often seen in default profiles. Let us discuss the alternative method, the hardware swap. The user in this case replaced the 7900X with a different processor. Moving to a single CCD chip like the Ryzen 79700X or the 7800x3D is a definitive fix for these issues. The 9700X has 8 cores on a single chiplet, meaning no inter-core communication delay across the fabric. It also has a lower default TDP of 65 watts, making it naturally quieter and cooler than the 7900X. This explains why the user's problem disappeared immediately after the swap. They removed the architectural complexity. For advanced optimization, we suggest disabling SMT or simultaneous multi-threading in the BIOS for competitive gaming. This can sometimes improve 1% low frame rates and reduce input jitter in older engine games. Also, ensure your RAM is running in its EXPO profile. High-frequency memory with tight timings is crucial for Ryzen performance. In summary, the latency was caused by a combination of eco mode power starvation and dual-CCD scheduling overhead. We at Teknobalta recommend single chiplet processors for pure gaming builds to avoid these technical hurdles. If you own a 7900X, use process Lasso and PBO tuning to reclaim your system's responsiveness. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more deep dives into hardware troubleshooting and professional PC optimization. Stay technical, stay optimized. See you in the next analysis.